Today in this video, we're going to show you the most common image issues on Amazon and how you can solve them. So let's get started. We're giving you the problems and we're giving you the solutions. That's what we do here at Share It. As all of you may know, images on Amazon are crucial if you want to have any sales, any conversions, any engagement at all, okay? So yes, videos are extremely important, but images are the first thing you see. When shopping online, obviously, we cannot physically touch a product. You cannot feel it. You cannot see how big it is, what the texture is, if it's heavy, if it's lightweight. So that is why content is so extremely important. You have to make sure that your images speak for themselves and speak for the product itself. As we can see here, it literally is a sneak peek that helps us make a decision, like should we buy it or should we not buy it? What are the most common or some of the most common mistakes? First and foremost, my least favorite, blurry images can literally take all of the perceived value of your product and throw it away. Because when you're selling a product with a blurry image, people are literally translating that blurriness into the quality of the product. It can happen because of the monitor, it can happen because of the program, it can happen because there was an error in your actual computer when you were exporting the image. You must make sure that whatever image you upload is high quality enough that even after Amazon compresses it, it doesn't lose that much quality. So how can you solve this issue? Check the resolution. So again, every image should be at least 1,000 pixels on the longest side, 500 on the shortest side. Just to give you a very quick tip, if you are working for Amazon, the images should not be smaller than 3,000 pixels. And we learned bit by bit that the bigger the image is, the least the compression affects it. So make sure you do that. And the 72 dpi, extremely important. Every digital format that you create has to be in 72 dpi. Then we have resizing the image. Again, if the image is too large or too small for the space, it may appear blurry. So if it's too large, the compression is gonna hit it harder because it needs to be way smaller to actually be uploaded on Amazon. Again, if it's too small, you cannot stretch a small image because again, it's gonna get blurry. So make sure you're working with a very good middle point size. Make sure the image is in focus, and this will be the responsibility of you or your photographer. So you have to make sure you are working with someone professional that can do your images and that will keep the focus in the product. And of course, in the whole 1:1 ratio artboard that you're gonna use, the product should fill up to 80% of the image. And of course, be aware of the format. If you're using a JPEG file, you need to save it at the highest possible quality. However, another tip, if you are using graphics like text or just assets in general in your image, you should actually try to export it in PNG rather than JPEG. And of course, Amazon allows only a couple of formats. Just inform yourself before uploading it. The problem number 2 that you could have is that the images are not displaying on Amazon at all. This can happen obviously for a number of reasons. The images are either too large, not uploaded correctly, or blocked by a firewall or proxy. So how can you solve any of these problems? You can resize your images to be smaller than 10 megabytes is the top size that Amazon allows of a file. You can re-upload your images again, maybe in a different format or with a different name. And last but not least, you can check your firewall or proxy to make sure they're not blocking Amazon images. Maybe depending on what you're using, even like an ad blocker or something, it is blocking the images so you cannot see them. But again, if you have any of these issues, we would be more than happy to help you out. So just book a marketing consultation, talk to me, talk to Diego, Rafael, and maybe we can help you not just make sure that you're uploading your images correctly, but we can also help you optimize your content. Then we have the wrong ASIN. If you upload an image with the wrong ASIN, it can also get rejected because basically the image and the ASIN are not compliant with each other. Literally, they're not associated in any way. Basically, write them correctly. Some of the other reasons why Amazon may reject an image can be that the system didn't recognize the ASIN, or that the EAN, UPC 10 or 13-digit SBN or GTIN does not belong to an ASIN. So you have to make sure that all of your information is literally compliant within itself. And last but not least, maybe your ASIN was not set up in Amazon's system for these external IDs to map. Before uploading the content, make sure that all of the registry, all of the information, all of the names are well written and actually accepted by Amazon so you don't get your images rejected. The way that you can fix this is basically fixing the image names. Remember I told you that you might need to change some of the image names here and there. Well, make sure that they are compliant again with the listing ASIN. Use the file names of your images to link them with your product's detail page and to identify them as main or image variant. And also there is an accepted naming convention, which is the ASIN plus the variant code plus the file extension. So for example, we have this here, or we have this here. In number 4, we have some cases that actually include models. Some people say that you cannot include models in images, but yes, you can do that. Also, it depends highly on your category and what your other competitors are doing. But in this example, if your model is in a non-standing position, it can also get rejected, because when you're sitting, you're not showing the product properly. So Amazon literally rejects that image because it's not useful for the potential buyer. If you see these examples, see the pajamas here, like you can see the whole pajama, how it is, how it falls. And then in this one, you cannot see, like, is it a 1-piece? Is it a 2-piece? What type of product is it? Problem number 5, the product not showing in the search result page. Some of the reasons why this might be happening can be that your image is not high quality or relevant enough for your product, the image is not optimized, or you didn't upload the images in the correct format. And also, depending on the image that you upload, it can get suppressed by Amazon. So make sure you're compliant with Amazon, the image has good enough quality, and so on and so forth. One way you can also fix it is basically by using, again, the right size, use the relevant keywords in the alt text, and optimize them by using the proper format. Make sure you read through the list of accepted formats by Amazon and export or ask your designer or photographer to export those images in that specific format. Number 6, it's very interesting actually. It talks about propping. Obviously, depending on the product you are selling, props can be very useful or very hurtful. If we go to this example right here, you will see 2 examples of one wallet is fully empty and one wallet is filled with props. Again, it can depend on the competitor or on the actual category. Basically, we have worked with wallets before, and the images that have props usually perform better because they show the capacity of the product. But if you sell a wallet that has 10 compartments and you are not filling any of those compartments, then the image is definitely not going to work. Even though image number 2 with the propping might get rejected, it can also be related to maybe the word passport, the euros, the ID. It says like data that should not be published in Amazon. So make sure that even though you're using props, you are cleaning all of them accordingly. If the wallet competitors are using props, you should totally be able to use props yourself, because obviously we have tested these on Pickful, and again, the images with props always perform better. If you would like to know about anything related to Amazon, just schedule that call and we would be more than happy to jump on it with you.